Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Pepe family. I appreciate all the love that you guys show on a regular day-to-day basis. Happy September. We're already in the month of September. Crazy to wrap our heads around. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. And today's the start of the month. Obviously, in North America, there is a long weekend. We need to factor that in. But, we did start off on a little bit of a negative note as far as the broader market is concerned. Pepe is down about 6.1% as of today. But so is the broader market. It's not just Pepe. The entire market is down right now. But let's quickly take a closer look and see what's happening with Pepe and what are some next targets we could be expecting as we do go further into the last month of quarter three. If you're looking at the price, 92.15, still 5 zeros in front of the price, down 5.5% in Bitcoin and about 2% in Ethereum comparative. Valuation sitting at about 3.9 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $630 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, as you guys know, every single update of Pepe that I've shared with you guys, every single time we take a look at the holder count. And even though the price is down right now, you're still seeing the holder count increasing. And this is a very similar pattern that we've seen since the existence of Pepe. So pretty much showing that, holder count is increasing. People are adding Pepe into their portfolios. And, this number continues to increase, which is something I like looking at. On-chain numbers, of course, that help us a lot in understanding, in momentum itself. But looking at the broader meme coin market, 68.1 billion. That's the broader market's valuation right now. We're down about 5%. Looking across the board, if you were to scroll down, you can see 99% of the broader market is down right now. If you're looking at Pepe, it's still at the top third. It makes the top third meme coin, and no one has come close to it. And even the one that is below it, it's still far off. It's still far off to reach Pepe's valuation. And with the retracement that we're seeing, Pepe still has a market cap of about 3.9 billion, which is still impressive in my opinion. But remember, this is a meme coin at the end of the day. There's no utility behind it. It's pretty much a hype factor. Community that loves the meme and the narrative. They're the ones that are driving, the price of Pepe up. Right now, the demand is not where we have seen, of course, from the past. But with memes, when the market heats up, that's where the demand factor comes into play. But you want to be diversifying your portfolio. Very, very important. If you just hold Pepe only in your portfolio, if you only hold Dogecoin in your portfolio, you're making a big mistake. You want to diversify your portfolio. I cannot stress this enough. But let's take a closer look and see what's really happening with the price of Pepe. So if you're looking at the dominance has gone up, quite sharply over the last 24 hours alone. We're retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since August 26th. Not a surprise because, Bitcoin saw a major fake out up to $110,000 almost as we started off, the day of September the 1st. But that was short-lived. You can see, the price of Bitcoin has come back down to where it was prior to this major, wick. And I cannot imagine, the liquidation numbers, but this is pretty much the bulls and the bears having a battle, because bears obviously want to push the price below the 23.6. The bulls want to keep the price of Bitcoin within the 23.6. If this makes you understand better, let me show you guys something. The price of Bitcoin has been consolidating, within the 23.6 for a full 2 months almost. For a full 2 months, the price has been within this range, but we could drop below it based off of what we're seeing. If this level does not hold, we could actually come down to 105,000, which of course is going to have an impact on the broader market as well as, the dominance. But I said this in my other updates as well. If you did end up watching it, I think the sooner this happens, the better it is. I still think the rate cut's going to happen this month, and I think the market is going to rebound much quicker than a lot of people realize, based off of my personal opinion. Obviously, only time will tell, but let's take a closer look and see what's happening with Pepe. So the daily time frame, you can see this for yourself. We did see these wicks above, this blue zone. We actually have unable to stay and remain above that key range. Let's take a look at it on an hourly perspective. So we were actually above that not too long ago. So August 25th was the last time we were actually above there, but since then the price has made its way back towards the downside. But again, it shouldn't really be a big shocker to anyone because the broader market is going down, so Pepe is going to be no exception. But since dropping below that key support line, Pepe is down about 14.6%, almost 15%. And we are retesting June levels right now. Yes, that's correct. June levels. I know not a lot of people want to see this, but again, we need to understand how this market works. We need to understand nothing's just going to go up straight forever. There will be coming times where, people kind of label it as boring. And as of now, what Pepe's price is doing could be labeled as boring. But with that being said, from January 2024, if you picked up some Pepe, and I know there's a lot of people on my channel that been supporting my channel around this level. If you picked up, Pepe from the beginning of, beginning of the year of January, you are up right now still about 10x. You're still up about 10x. So Pepe has come up a very, very long way. Yes, it's consolidating right now, from its all-time high. If you want to put that into perspective, it is consolidating about 66%. Very normal for a meme coin. Very, very normal. And this is where you want to lock in profits, right? When you see these parabolic moves, we need to always remember that, these coins have no utility, and if we don't lock in profits, someone else is not going to be waiting for us to hit that sell button or lock some profits in before they do it. No, that's not going to happen. Maybe they're bigger whales, and if they obviously the market sell, that could have that snowball effect. That's something I try to tell you guys from day one, and some people actually implemented this strategy, and I saw so many great comments coming in, when we saw this major boom, people saying, thank you so much, we locked some crazy profits in this and that, yada, yada, yada. No one is going to know the top. And if someone's going to come and tell you, oh yeah, guys, I know exactly where the price of Pepe is going to be when the parabolic move happens, no one knows that no one knows that. Let me promise you that no one knows that unless they have superpowers, which is very, very rare, of course. So not rare. It's not going to happen, pretty much. So you want to go with a realistic strategy, not just within meme coins, with anything. But meme coins obviously more riskier. So lock those profits in when you see them. Yes, we're tumbling back towards the downside. We do have significant amount of support around the 84.59. Could we potentially retest that? That could still be on the table. That's about a 9% move from where we currently are. And yes, that's definitely could be something we retest. But I have no doubt that Pepe will see that next leg up, which a lot of people are anticipating. I personally think even this month of September is going to be a good month, especially in anticipation of a rate cut, and the probabilities of that are still sitting at about 85 to 86% depending on the day. And obviously Q4 I think is going to be amazing. So I think if you don't have your exit strategies placed up right now, create an exit strategy, stick with that. I cannot stress this enough. But right now, obviously we're down, so is the broader market. We want to be looking out for some of these key support to hold around where we are right now. We do have some support, believe it or not, but if this does not hold, we could retest June lows, and that's something we want to be prepared for. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all the love. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.